Hello, welcome to today's Immigration Tidbit. It's Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. So I'd like to talk about the situation that's occurring in Ukraine and how I can help them and how they can help themselves if they can get here to the U.S. Now, obviously, it's a terrible thing that is happening there, and it does necessitate the need to help refugees when you can. So it has been stated that if the Ukrainians can get to the U.S. now, that they'll qualify for what's called TPS. And TPS is temporary protected status. What that means is that for a certain period of time, if the application is submitted and so forth, that they will be allowed to stay here in the U.S. without any other, visas or anything else for a certain period of time, and they'll be allowed to work. And so the TPS is a very good development to help all the Ukrainians that could come here. Now, what I'm going to do, at least for my part, is my firm will do the TPS applications for free, pro bono, for any Ukrainian who has escaped Ukraine and is seeking refuge in the United States. So that is the first thing. Now, that doesn't mean that that's all that's available. There will be more things that are available for the Ukrainians when they come here. The first off, also being asylum. They are obviously being persecuted in their home country because of who they are and their nationality and so forth. And so the application for asylum can be done once they get here. And then, of course, it goes through the proper procedures and the proper, lines of communication and so forth. And then they will hopefully be able to get asylum if it is granted. Then 1 year after that, they can apply for the green card, okay, for them, their spouse, and their unmarried children under 21. So that is the second option. And keep in mind that some of these options are not mutually exclusive. Okay, meaning when they get here, they can apply for TPS right away to maintain status and not fear deportation. I mean, can you imagine with everything they've been through, if they come here to the U.S. and, they are, later thought to have been deported? I just realized that my technical self, I have my phones plugged in. I hope that you heard everything that I was saying before I actually plugged the earphones in. um, I was just talking just briefly about the helping the Ukrainian citizens by applying for TPS. My firm will do that pro bono to help them, but they can also apply for asylum at the same time, in which to get lawful status here. And there's also a third option, which is humanitarian parole. And a humanitarian parole is exactly what it says. For humanitarian reasons, they will be paroled into the United States for a certain period of time where they will also be able to work. They won't have to worry about deportation. And again, if they get here under humanitarian parole, the second they get here, they can also apply for asylum and so forth. So, they work interchangeably. There has been a lot of difficulty getting humanitarian paroles approved, but honestly, for humanitarian reasons, this fits right in there with what they're going through. And I think that immigration would be hard pressed to say there is no humanitarian reason for a Ukrainian individual to be able to come to the U.S. So if you know people in Ukraine, or if you're in Ukraine and you can see this, send my office a note. I'll do what I can to help with the humanitarian parole. If you get here lawfully, with the asylum, and then of course again the TPS, my firm will do pro bono. I, as everyone, feel terrible and horrible about what's going on there, and I'll do what I can to help. So do give my office a call if you can. Send me a message, get me the information, and I will help you and your family get out of Ukraine and or stay here in the U.S. Through legal means. Okay.